Well, here's yet another video of running around here. I'm leaving Southfield Village. There's a lot of videos I've tried to record them. I think my phone just abandoned them. I just didn't record them. Or else I just didn't push the right button to do the recording. There's a lot of videos I wanted to show, but boy, that hasn't changed at all. Jeez. This hasn't changed since 1983 or something. It just feels the same. It feels like I never left. So I think there's going to be thunderstorms tonight for my flight out to Dallas. 7:30 p.m. flight, something like that. Looks like clouds are moving in. And it's hotter than hell here as usual. Maybe not as hot as Dallas, but pretty close. So I put a bazillion miles in this car. I gotta gas it up. I guess I'll wait until it really runs down to gas it. I guess it is really run down now. I want to go by my friend Scott Scharfenberg's house. 2636 Sunnyfield Lane. I'm hoping that Becky, who bought my parents' house, will text me and say I could come up for a visit. I'm kind of waiting on her too. And that's about it. I slept 4 hours last night. Couldn't get back to sleep. I tried, couldn't do it. Got a lot to hear from the mall, but it's not very good. Gloria's coffee or something. It tastes burned up. It needs cream. It's probably a throw. It was only $4 though, but it was cheaper than usual. It wasn't $6, but it's not very good. All right, here we go. I've probably made this video now 3 times. Going down 19 towards Peters Township. Roads aren't too busy today on a Sunday. Strict speed limits through here. Upper St. Clair police will bust you. That's one thing about this place is they're really tough on speed and speeding through here. It's always been that way. You just can't. There's Westminster Church again. You just can't speed through here. Like this thing is recording. So after being back here 3 days, I don't feel like I really belong here. And I wonder what it would have been like if I'd stayed here, if I would have succeeded or not. I don't know. I doubt it. I really doubt I would have succeeded here. It's just a whole strange vibe here. And it's still kind of the same vibe as when I left. It's just that I lost that strange Pittsburgh vibe when I departed in '84. And I come back here, it still has the same kind of odd Steel City vibe. So I don't think many people leave the area, they just stay here. But I met some nice people from my class at the reunion, they were very nice. Some had succeeded pretty well. I would say half of my high school class left town. Maybe not quite half, but a lot of them left town. I think 5 of them were in Atlanta. And 4 of them were in Dallas. Including me. So I could take a little deviation here. I'm not sure if I got lost or not, but it might be fun to try it. Road. No, I'm not going to deviate, I guess. The light's red. Just keep going. It's got to go up there, but yeah. So anyway, I want to head by my friend Scott's house and get that on video for him. That's where he grew up. His dad had a custom-built house at 2636 Sunnyfield road or lane or something. And we knew a guy named Mark Fisher. Fishers were friends of Scott's, and I met the Fishers on CB or Walkie Talkie Radio, and we became friends for years. And so when I left high school and left the area, Fisher joined the Air Force and moved away. Fishers were from Ohio, and I think he's still back there in Ohio. I think they all moved back to Ohio somewhere. So that's the story of the Fishers. Lori Fisher and Mark Fisher. Their grandmother lived with them. And I think the Fishers got a divorce. I think the husband and wife got a divorce. The husband was a brainiac. He did cybernetic research and had all these degrees and stuff. And we used to call him Britannia because he knew enough like a Britannia encyclopedia. Victor H. Fisher was his name. He's on YouTube. If you look up Victor H. Fisher, you'll see him talking to somebody in a podcast. So they were here, I don't know, 5 years, 7 years, and then they moved away. Yeah, they moved away when I was still here. I hadn't left. And so I went out to visit the Fishers when I was in 11th grade, the summer of 11th grade. I got on a bus, a Greyhound bus, or no, a Continental Trailways bus, and I rode all the way out to Los Angeles. And they were they were in Santa Monica. It wasn't Brentwood Boulevard, it was Goshen. They were on Goshen Avenue in a condo. And I remember I was bunking with Mark in the bedroom there. And what was irritating was when the garbage trucks came, they woke us up. They came early in the morning and they were loud. Anyway, that's now, it hasn't changed much. I drove back there trying to figure out where. I remember his phone number, I think now, 213-820-3095. I think that was their old phone number back in LA. 213-820-3095. I'd called him a bunch because I missed him. He was my best friend. Of course, I ran my dad's phone bills up, but he didn't seem to care. He should have cared. All right, so we're coming up on the old Fisher house here on the left. I'm going to take a left up this big hill. Wonderlicks lived here, who owned a veterinary. There's Fisher's house on the right. And what's her name? Denise Fisher? Or Denise Wonderlick, who lived right there. She sells pianos now in Las Vegas. Lives in, oh gosh, Henderson, I think. And so this is where my friend Scott lived. I gotta figure out where Sunnyfield Road is. Sunnyfield Lane. I think I go left here. But I think these were all custom houses back in the day. I mean, that house is pretty gorgeous. It's not new, but it's pretty nice. And look at the big lots here. And this road, okay, it's not a dead end. I think I hit Sunnyfield up here. It's like a curvy road that hits this one. I don't know what this one's called anymore. Okay, yeah, there's the curvy road right there on the right. That's Sunnyfield, I think. Or, okay, yeah. Sunnyfield, yep. All right, Scott, this video is for you, buddy. Mr. Scott in Hilton Head Island. Where's 2636? Look at that little gazebo there, Scott. This is your old neighborhood, buddy. Looking for 2636. I think that's it over there. There was a room in the basement called Scharf's Pig Heaven or Pig Haven or something. Scott's dad worked for Hormel Meats. He was a top-notch salesman. I think that's Scott's house down there. All right, Scott, let's zoom in here for you. There's a truck down there, a shed. It may not be your house, though. I remember I brought an old Ducati motorcycle into your garage, and your dad was not happy. That's not your house, that's your neighbor's. Because the driveway's wrong. It's pretty. This looks like a new house here, Scott. Okay, there's, I think, 2636 right there. It looks pretty overgrown. It looks really overgrown, actually. I think that's 2636. 2630. Let's see here. Back up a little bit. 2630. Okay, so 6 must be the next one. Some guy walking around here. He's friendly. That looks like your house, Scott. I bet it is 2636. Looks tidy. Looks like your dad still lived here almost. It's so tidy. 2636. That's your old house. I guess I could walk around it and get in trouble for trespassing. That's your house, Scott. There she is. It's kind of overgrown, buddy. And there's the famous driveway that I used to go down on my motorcycle to visit you. And your dad was never happy about that. Boy, it's really overgrown, huh? Wow, they don't take care of the trees or anything. Look at all the mess. And the bushes are too high. And there's a frickin' pickup truck down there. All right, Scott, this was for you. I could walk around down there, but I don't want the police after me. And this is your old neighborhood. I guess in that inventory, that ham radio guy lived here somewhere. K3TOQ. I'm gonna get people mad at me here because I'm not going around too fast. It's like, hey, I'm filming, don't bother me. It's nice in here, Scott. It still is a very nice neighborhood. It's very nice. Big trees. You're gonna probably be in shock seeing this. In absolute shock. Boy, the yards are big here. Holy smokes. And then some houses are going to hell, buddy. Look at this one. It's gone to complete hell. It's like, who lives there? Or who doesn't live there? That looks like hell there too. So your neighborhood is a mixed bag. That looks okay. Anyway, this is Sunnyfield Road. So Scott, I came back here for my 50th union with Peters Township High School, and I'm buzzing around, wasting time. I thought it's important to show you your neighborhood, so I came by. It wasn't that hard to do. I'm trying to get into my parents' old house to see it. And I'm waiting on hearing from the people that live there now. They're really nice, actually. They might show me the house, so I'm hoping to get in there. I'm probably going to visit my cousin Carol now, which I probably shouldn't do, but I'm going to head out that way. It's going to probably be a 30-mile drive to Washington, Pennsylvania. But anyway, this is Sunnyfield. This is what's new around here. Here's the old hood. Access bus, boy, that was here when I was here. It's still going around. The access bus is still accessing. See that, Scott? Upper St. Clair, USC trash cans. Check out the huge trees. Mr. Bus, get out of the way, please. This intersection has always been kind of a pain. Alright, it's clear. So what haven't I seen around here? I've kind of been all through the place. I haven't really gone up Hayes Road, so I should go up my old Franklin Road again. I've probably done this twice now, but it's where I used to live. We used to have to leave our cars down here because of the snow. And your cars could not make it up this hill in the winter. And this is a long way from my parents' house. This is Franklin Drive. It's a long hill. The top of this hill is 1331 feet. So this little stop sign was new. This wasn't always here, but they added a street here. And maybe I'll go down that thing too. So I had a neighbor at the reunion. Actually, my worst enemy lived right there, Chucky Haynes. So at the reunion, this guy, Dwayne Schifano, who now lives in Arlington, Texas or somewhere, he was there. He lives right here, or lived here, right there. He's been doing pretty good. He has a gear manufacturing business. He does very well. Alright, so I'm just heading up here and looping around. Looping around. Maybe I'll see Becky or somebody at the old house here. Or not. And then where do I want to go? I want to go to Washington, Pennsylvania. To see my cousin. So Becky bought this house. That's the Hartman house. And I don't see her around. Wow, they're really tearing it up. Holy crap. They are tearing it up. I see the truck there, but I will wait and see if she texts me or not. And turn around. I used to walk down this hill. The view from here is incredible. And there's no way out of here, so I gotta turn around. Oh, there kind of is. If they didn't fix the road. I actually bashed through it at midnight. I broke their little tape. I'm gonna see if it's broken still. This is like a shortcut to get out of here. No outlet, but that's not true. And the tape is back. The cones are back. Nope, tape is down. They have little pylons there. I guess I could remove those and go through. Do I want to get in trouble? No. I'll back up. I did break that tape at midnight. Guess I shouldn't admit that. So this is all blocked off, probably for political reasons. People would go flying through here with a lot of traffic. It's a huge traffic saver. There was a creek in here at one point. Ride motorcycles through here to the other neighborhood. My friend Ernie, who didn't show up at the reunion because he thought it was a week later. Shame on him. But he's a favorite friend in high school, him and Jaguar Hanlon. And Jack didn't come either. Shame on him, but that's how it is. Life does what life does. airport that my dad flew planes out of, and then the day's probably going to be pretty much at shot. So up Locust Drive again we go. This hill was hell to walk up as a kid. I was like, when's this walk gonna end? It was so steep. I remember putting my hands on my knees and pushing my knees to get me up this thing. It's like a freaking steep hill. But this hill's amazing. Up in the back of the yard, it's 1331 feet. Great for radios. There's a radio antenna up there. And I had my own radio antenna here. So I missed the house for many reasons, but I missed the radio thing too. All right, so but I have a new wife now, new life with the fantastic. There's a view of the hill here. The view is really incredible. New life, new wife of 25 years, and that's just fine. So I didn't go down Lincoln. I guess I could do that. So I think one of these houses here were the Beatty brothers, B-E-A-T-T-Y or something. And they basically, my brother and I did Halloween tricks to their house, and the Beatty's brothers were not too impressed by that. And they said, "We are going to kick your ass," and they did. They came up, gave us a swift kick in the ass, and they left. They had class. That's what we get, my brother and I. That was funny. The trees here are outstandingly huge. So this was built probably in the 70s, I guess. And I guess I was kind of irritated this road got built because it just wasn't part of what I knew as a kid. But progress happens. All right. I guess I'm not going to come back up here at all. Whoa. Not coming back up here at all unless I get invited by a text to see the old house. Otherwise, I'm done up here. No more Locust Drive. If I get an invite, I'll come back. I kind of wanted to walk in the backyards and just be up in the hill again. Maybe I will come back and walk around the back if I can get up there somehow. But that's sort of trespassing. Walk around. You can walk through like 20 backyards up there because there's no fence. Nobody cared because all the neighbors knew each other. And that's what kids used to do. All right. Always traffic here hasn't changed, and only some crazy truck. Wow, that farmhouse is still here. That's 1800s. That's crazy. That's amazing. I looked that up actually once, and it's, yeah, I saw the inside of it too. It's on Zillow. That is crazy nice. All right, so I'm kind of going north to go south. This has always been a problem, but that's where the old streetcar was. That little path is what's left of the old streetcar route that went through here. So it went through, behind the houses here. Well, that's some crazy. That's still there. The streetcar went up there. I used to find insulators in there from the old telephone signaling poles that ran that thing. There's the Fisher's house again. And there's Wonderlick's house. Well, Denise, there's your house. And I'm going to head down to Washington, PA now. Looks like clouds are moving in. It's going to be nasty weather. If I wanted to walk the yards, I should do it soon. course, I could get a tick and get Lyme disease. I'm not going to walk the yards. I don't want any Lyme disease around here. So, driven this car, the tank full of gas. It's probably driven 250 miles, 300 miles. I don't know. I've been driving like crazy. I'm kind of done driving. I guess this light, this was a long little bugger too. There it is. I remember at that intersection, I was sitting there when I was young, and my dad was driving the car. And I was on the floor because I liked the heater down there. I was like probably 4 or 5 years old. I punched the gas pedal and our car went flying through the intersection. My dad was really pissed. I don't know why I did that. I just was a jerk. Memories. Careful through here. There was a neighborhood here called McGran Hills that was kind of neat. Wow, I should go see that. I don't remember how to get into it. This is probably it right here. I wonder if this is McGran Hills or what was McGran Hills. Let's see what it is. Turn. I bet this is McGran Hills. This was like kind of a nice little neighborhood a long time ago. I don't recall where it goes, but Kimber, yep, Kimber Drive. Wow. Victor Kahn lived up here from my class, and so did Kathleen Dobbins. She might have lived right there. I was always jealous of people up here because these houses were just nice. And actually, though, coming up here, they're not that nice. I mean, nicer than the house I grew up in, I guess. Newer, but not much newer. Not much newer. A couple funky monkey houses up here for the day, back in the day. They had a pool up here, too. There was like a McGran Hills pool. And my friend Victor Kahn invited me once, and we were up at the pool, and there was some guy who was 65 in the bathroom and having a difficult time with matters, and I thought, I never want to become 65 when I was probably all of 13 years older. Kind of neat up here. It's not as fancy as I thought it was up here, but it's a lot larger than I thought it was, that's for sure. I don't know where the pool is up here, where the pool was. I kind of wanted to see that. Well, it goes on forever. I think the pool was up here in the very end. Or not, I don't know. Boy, it's big. Bigger than I thought it was. Boy, it's huge up here. This was a big neighborhood. So Crossgates came after this neighborhood. Victor might live right there. I don't know. Wow, Sylvania. So, no, I think Victor's house is right there. I think Victor Kahn lived right there. Son of a gun. Yeah, he was kind of like up in the hill. I'm wondering if I can find the pool. No outlet. Well, that's not going to work out. Yeah, down the hill, you could actually go to this big creek down there or something. We used to. It was a waterfall down here, and that was kind of crazy. Anyway, there's no pool down here. I think the pool is up here somewhere, though. And they have a little cul-de-sac when you turn around in. Yes, they do. It looks kind of beat up. Let's back up in this driveway here. And that thing, Sylvania Pump Station, that's kind of weird. Alright, let's back up and not hit anything. Backup camera says you're fine. Thank God for backup cameras. Yeah, some houses here are kind of shabby as far as people aren't really maintaining things. You know, back in the day, these were all perfect, right? But some are still maintained. So there was a pool up here somewhere. I don't know where it is now. Anyway, it's time to get out of here. Sylvania Drive. Is it a dead end or something? I have no idea where this goes. Boy, it's woods up here. It's crazy woods. I think this is a way in or out or something. It's the second way out. Anyway, Rutledge. Yeah. Let's get out of here. Collinswood Estates. So how do we get out of here? I don't know. I guess I can read the map. Looks like a golf course up there. Or cemetery. There was like a cemetery here or something. Close by. Queen of Heaven Cemetery. And they had a B-25 airplane there for a while, which my dad flew. And the airplane was starring in a movie. And boy, I just want to kind of get out of here now. Not sure how. Okay, there's a big park down here. Wow, tennis courts, the whole thing. Oh, there's the pool. There's the pool. I found the pool. It's a tiny pool. That seemed like a big pool when I was a kid, right? It still has the pool here, son of a gun. And there's the changing house that I was in changing, and I seem to think that the guy in there was pretty weird. The guy who was 65. Well, that's a nice little pool. Nice little pool. It's amazing how they keep this up after all these years. This is like so old. Back in the late 60s I was here. At any rate, they got a pool still. Hey, a pool, community pool. Go for it. Victor Kahn. He invited me to stay in the pool once. Well done. So where I live now, that's a pretty damn big pool. That's probably has swim lanes, has cheese lounge chairs. That's cool. We have a great pool in the colony, that's for sure. Three of them, actually. my way out of here. It's on to Washington, PA. This video is how long now? It's going on 35. I'm going to stop the video and start a new one. Thanks for watching.